Therefore, Lotus Isle, the amusement park that was never supposed to happen, was forced to open.
Great.
Hi, Caitlin.
Hi, Cassie.
Hi, creepy people.
Hello.
This is P&W, Haunts and Homicides,
It is.
and also a bunch of other shit.
Yeah. Wait, what?
It's not just Haunts and Homicides. It's also a bunch of other shit.
Oh, okay.
You're like,
okay.
wait, what? You know, like aliens.
Oh, that's
and,
fair.
you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Caitlin got me these fabulous new earrings that we will absolutely post a picture of. They're the dangly ones.
Dangle. Yeah.
So it's a spaceship or a UFO. We don't know. It's unidentified. Abducting a cow with a beam of green light.
It is.
Yes. So we'll post
They're
pictures of that.
so cute.
They're so fucking
They're
cute.
so fucking cute.
I love it. Caitlin, did you get any gifties?
You know what? It's funny that you mentioned that because I did.
You did?
I did.
From who?
From you, silly.
Oh. Is it who or whom?
I don't know. So I have two things here. Had to physically grab them because that's how my brain works. Couldn't possibly just talk about them.
No, you got to show the microphone.
I am going to talk to them about them. So we have a little spell jar here. She's so pretty.
She's full of glitter.
She is full of glitter.
Just like my carpet after making her.
Oh, no. But she's adorable. And then this I will be referring to henceforth as unicorn poop. It literally looks like a unicorn ate a wedding dress
Yeah.
and pooped.
Exactly.
And
It's beautiful.
That feels right for this period of my life. So we're very happy together. Thank you for asking.
Yeah. We'll have to maybe post a video of that one because when you turn it, it kind of catches the light, all different angles. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. What'd you say? I was playing
Staring
with my
at
rock.
her rock.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah. Sorry, Chris. You thought her new favorite crystal was the
I know.
engagement ring, but you know, I one-upped you. I got her a bigger crystal.
I mean, this one is bigger. Listen, I can love two things at the same time.
I guess.
I've had two dogs for well over a decade.
We all know Charlie's your favorite. I only say that because it's only Molly in the room.
Yeah, that I was going to say. Don't tell Charlie that, okay? Like, he's going to get real full of himself. Yeah. As indie podcasters, we love to show our support of other awesome shows. So stay tuned for the promo we've got to share with you this week.
Let's show them some love. You can find their info in our show notes.
It's Tuesday. Or maybe it isn't, but Tuesday is about to be your favorite day of the week.
You bet. She's Jenny.
And she's Caitlin. We're teachers, we're moms, we're friends, and we're funny.
I mean, I certainly think we are.
We're here to teach you what we had to learn and maybe save you some of the embarrassment.
Absolutely. We discuss all topics from the serious to the silly. Things like how to improve your resume and cover letter, advocating for yourself when talking to your doctor, what to expect when you're getting Botox, or how to wash your face at night.
And we can help you participate in that water cooler chat about sports and world events. And if you're feeling like your life is a mess, don't worry. We can relate.
Yeah, we're not afraid to tell you all the mortifying and hilarious things about our own lives, professionally or personally.
We're shameless. We're rated G. We're slightly crazy. Come hang with us.
It's the CK and GK podcast. New episodes drop every Tuesday, everywhere you listen. Have you laughed today?
You guys, we're back.
And don't worry, we did get more wine.
Well, of course.
All right, are you ready? Should we
Do it.
get into it?
Yeah.
So if you're from Portland or Vancouver, chances are you've probably been to, driven past, or at least heard of the Jansen Beach Mall.
Okay.
Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
Located on a very small island named Hayden Island between Portland and Vancouver. The interstate bridge runs right over it, and that's basically the bridge everyone in the world takes to and fro the major cities, or so it seems like at rush hour.
Yeah, definitely.
So really, when you're on that bridge, you drive right past the Jansen Beach Mall. Now you can peruse Target with your Starbucks and buy another candle and some seasonal decor you probably don't need.
What?
Do I know you or what?
That feels personal. But okay.
You can hit up the Best Buy for some deeply discounted Blu-rays, because like, why else would you go to Best Buy?
Not really sure.
Stop at Michael's for your witchy supplies. And then grab a bootlegger club, add onions and cheese, a pickle on the side from Jimmy John's. Yeah, I got like super specific there. I'm probably hungry, but if anyone wants to get me a sub now, they know my order.
Yeah, there you go.
Just throwing it out there.
Putting that out into the universe.
Manifesting. if you
Yeah.
will. Anyway, what you might not know, at least I didn't know. I don't know. I could just live under a rock because there's like a couple of things that have come up that I don't know that apparently I should know. But from 1928 to 1970, Jansen Beach was a very popular theme park, referred to as the Coney Island of the West. Super
Wow.
cool. So you didn't know either. I'm not the only one.
I'm searching the memory banks and no.
Cool.
But you know what? I just came up with an idea way better than the Coney Island of the West.
What?
Santa festing. It's when you're manifesting a sandwich.
Oh, I thought you were saying Santa, like Santa festing,
Festing.
manifesting Santa Claus. You know how you do. You know, if you think about it, we kind of, everyone who celebrates Christmas collectively manifests Santa Claus on Christmas. Christmas
Very
Eve.
true.
Yeah. That's an interesting thought.
Wow. We have learned so much today already.
You know what they say?
What?
Knowledge is power.
Oh.
I don't know. Did they say that?
Sandwiches?
Yes.
I'm in it for the cold cuts.
The deli meats. The park also showcased its own brand of swimwear, Jansen Swimwear. So naturally, it had swimming pools, but also tons of rides, one of which was the biggest roller coaster in the West called the Big Dipper,
Okay.
which is super cool. Like, I had no
Yeah.
idea any of this happened. We had the biggest fucking roller coaster in the West in Portland.
Wow.
So cool.
Who knew?
I know. I
Not
didn't-
us. It was gone before we were born, to be fair, though.
It is fair.
Yeah.
And they had a carousel that actually remained in the mall until 2012. When they remodeled, though, they had to take it out and it's been in storage ever since.
Where?
Yeah, I didn't
want
go.
it.
I know, right? I didn't go into it, but apparently it was kind of a mystery. Like, no one actually knew where it was. They just kind of moved it and then like didn't put it back.
Wait, this is starting to feel more like a regular episode.
Like a crime
on.
episode.
I don't know. Or like a creepy, haunted, or something spoopy.
I
don't know.
I think maybe before they found out what happened to it, it might have been like a little bit of a mystery, but now it's just sitting in storage. So
Okay.
as
All
far
right.
as I could tell, I didn't dig into it because This episode isn't actually about Jansen Beach. What? I know I'm pulling a switcheroo on you. But I had to talk about it because it's kind of part of the story.
Okay.
You'll see. It'll all make sense in the end, I promise. I never steer you wrong.
That's true. That's true.
I also have a fun fact about carousels for you. They were once just called Carousel. So it's like a real Hodor situation.
Oh my God.
Is your mind blown or what?
I am today years old thinking like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Kind of like we all were when we were watching how Hodor got his name.
Hodor.
Like, it makes sense. It makes so much sense. I know, deep cuts. Even more peculiar, the Jansen Beach amusement park wasn't the only amusement park on that island.
Okay. Yeah. That's what?
It's a small island.
It's not a large one.
It's not big.
No.
So for there to be 2 amusement parks, it's crazy. Because apparently the men who opened this second amusement park thought they were the ancestors of the Starbucks people or something. Like,
wait, what?
Like, we don't need 2 amusement parks on the same island, just like we don't need 2 Starbuckses on the same block.
Well, it really depends. Like, is one of them harder to get to?
No.
Is one of them like doesn't have enough parking or?
No.
Okay. Well, yeah, then we probably don't need to.
It was called Lotus Isle. And actually, the real reason the amusement park existed is almost clever, but very sketch. So the men who owned the land on the other side of the island from Jansen Beach Amusement Park saw them over there just killing it. It was really popular. And light bulbs go off for them. And they're like, oh my God, do you know what we should do? We should say we're going to open a rival amusement park, but like not really ever plan to open it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say go do karate in the garage, but all right.
Pretty close. But they were thinking if we really spend some money, maybe a lot of money, to make them think that we plan to open a better amusement park and put theirs out of business, they'll probably pay us a bunch of money to not open it, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Like $1 million?
Yes, it's the perfect plan.
Kind of seems like it.
They
Where does it go wrong, Cassie?
That's funny. They even named their downright genius plan Operation Shakedown.
Oh,
Yep.
so they're clever.
That happened. They're so clever.
Ew.
So they're doing the damn thing over at Lotus Island. They're spending money. They're building things, looking busy to make it seem like they're legit. And the Jansen Beach people were like, oh, wow, things are looking really good over there. What are we going to do? Maybe we should go and talk to them. And they did probably my favorite thing ever, which is to fight evil with kindness. They said, the more the merrier. Like,
Aww.
There's no such thing as too much fun. We welcome your amusement park to the island with open arms.
Oh, okay.
Therefore, Lotus Isle, the amusement park that was never supposed to happen, was forced to open.
Great. Sort of like giving someone an ultimatum.
Yep. But I mean, no one really gave them an ultimatum. They were just like, sure, open an amusement park. We don't care.
What can we do to
We're not
stop
gonna
you?
Buy your ass out.
Yeah.
It's so fucking funny. It's so funny. Okay. So I don't know about you creepy people, but I see no problems here.
Yeah. No, I'm sure this is going to work out great.
They somehow managed to get an investor who wasn't part of the scam to fund them enough to be able to run the park successfully.
All right.
The problem was, I really don't think they knew what to do with an amusement park. Like, it sounds fun until you have to sit down and like design and plan things out.
Right.
They actually never planned to open, so I don't think they put a ton of thought into design or really anything. It was kind of just a bunch of random shit thrown together.
Great.
I feel like maybe they're at the end with the new investor. They did get some legit things, but
Okay. Oh, God. Is this like Action Park?
no. Like the park's sign. It was a modest 100-foot neon Eiffel Tower that you could see from both sides of the Columbia River.
What?
It graced the entrance to Lotus Isle and had the name.
Wow.
Very, very flashy.
Look at that.
Also, is this like island inception with the name, like an isle inside of an island type of thing?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Right?
Yeah.
It keeps throwing me off.
Like, I feel like maybe they were trying to put it out to Jansen Beach, like, we're going to take over this whole isle. Maybe? I don't know.
Psychological warfare.
Exactly. But they weren't very good at it, apparently.
I mean, it takes some tact, some forethought.
Anywho, let's talk about the bumper car building. That's fun.
Ooh.
It was a giant bulldog with fangs and a mouth that menacingly opened and closed.
Oh.
Like, not that there was just like a scary looking bulldog on the building. The building was the scary bulldog. And you had to like do your bumper car thing underneath it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll show you pictures.
All right.
We'll post some pictures. Like, do you want to see right now?
Yeah. I mean,
I could probably
do.
find it really quick. It's like, what? What were they thinking with this thing?
I'm going to be honest. This kind of looks like a bat.
I think it is kind of cool. But like, it is supposed to be a bulldog, and like,
It looks like a bat.
because it's like doing the bulldog stance, you know?
Yeah.
You guys can't see me, but I'm doing it.
You're doing it. They can hear it, though.
Did you see the guy on top?
I did not.
There's a guy standing by the ear.
You cannot see his face at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really blurry old picture.
Okay. All right.
What if it's not actually a guy? What if it's a ghost?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But like, the dudes down at the bottom are blurry too. It's just an old picture.
Okay.
Anyway.
If you say so.
Another thing they didn't think out too good was security. To keep gate crashers out, they MacGrubered electrified chicken wire to the windows of their 6,600 capacity dance hall called the Peacock Ballroom.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. That was a noise that just came out of me. I was holding my breath the whole time.
That was a long sentence.
Sir, that fence is for animals.
And then they just plugged it into like some electrical thing, and like it wasn't meant to be electrical wire. Let's just put it that way.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Despite all of this, it wasn't a complete flop when they opened the gates of Lotus Isle in 1930.
Okay.
With 40 attractions, ample parking. We talked about it.
Okay. Yeah, we did.
Food, tons of wholesome picnic space. The people actually really loved it.
Oh, okay.
They also had swimming areas too to kind of compete with the Jansen Beach.
Swimming areas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I like it.
And I can imagine the core crew who kind of put this scam together was pretty surprised by their outcome.
I have to imagine.
Yeah. But the high didn't last.
You don't say.
Nope, sure didn't. Things came crashing down pretty soon and pretty suddenly, and honestly, pretty tragically.
Great.
2 months after the grand opening, an 11-year-old named Ronald passed away in the Columbia River around the diving board area of the amusement park.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's very sad. There were no witnesses, and I went on a little bit of a tangent here to try to figure out if they would have or should have had a lifeguard on duty. Because it was so long ago, I wasn't really sure.
Yeah.
It looks like lifeguards started being commonplace around the 60s, Windy Peppercorn.
Oh, that lasts.
So it's possible that they might just not have had lifeguards present or...
Yeah. I think that was pretty common.
Yeah.
It's like, you swim, hopefully you swim. Like,
Right.
if you don't, well, don't swim.
And I did read some stuff. I think around like 1914, they were trying to get lifeguards to be a thing, but I just don't think it was like mandatory.
Yeah. I can't imagine it was mandatory or commonplace.
Unfortunately.
Oh, Ronald.
And knowing what I know about how the park opened, it honestly wouldn't surprise me if they didn't have the lifeguard thing planned out.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't really, they weren't big on planning.
Yeah. So that's not to say that they were deserving of anything that happened, especially this next part.
Ugh.
And I'm just going to do like a little trigger warning for suicide real quick, just so I don't catch anyone off guard. Maybe skip like 30 seconds if you don't want to hear it. Maybe a minute.
Skip.
So do you remember the man who ended up investing so the park could open?
Yeah.
His name was Edwin Platt. And presumably so distraught by the death of the child, he was found dead of a gunshot wound to the heart the next day.
Holy
Yeah. There was a note to his wife basically just saying, I love you, and it had the time written on it.
Wow.
Which I'm not going to dive super deep into this, but it does seem a little suspicious, a little convenient to leave a vague goodbye note with the exact time written out on it and a gunshot wound to the heart.
The heart. Yeah. I have so many questions.
Yeah, me too. So do a lot of people. I didn't come up with that theory or anything, but it is pretty suspicious. Lotus Isle was a wounded animal, and super sus businessman Al Painter sniffed them out.
Ooh.
As shady as his past might have been, he did seem to have an eye for promotion, and he was able to get the amusement park back on its feet.
Okay.
It's dancing feet.
It's dancing feet. I feel like dancing.
A lot of people did.
Okay.
By partnering with a Portland radio station, Painter promoted the Peacock Ballroom Dance-a-thon. And Peter Piker picked a peck of pickled peppers. I fucking did it first try.
Wow.
I didn't practice that, I swear.
I'm proud. Wow. Okay, dance-a-thon.
Yeah,
right.
dance-a-thon, which...
I'm right back to elementary school.
See, I was thinking high school because we had those drama club dance-a-thons.
Oh,
Did you ever go to one of those?
No.
It was like core memory unlocked. Like I honestly forgot about them.
Wow.
They were
wow.
They were fun. They were like all nighter on the stage, just, dancing.
Dancing.
You couldn't stop or you were out.
Oh boy.
There's prizes and stuff.
Just feels like so much pressure.
It's just
I just think
torture.
Back to that crazy story, which is true, that European village where people caught some sort of a weird, oh my God, I'm not even going to be able to remember the details. They caught some sort of a bacterial infection, I think.
What?
I think it was from something they ate. And they all started to go a little bit loony. And they literally danced themselves to death.
That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Like that's what this was, but like on purpose.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody died, but like.
I was going to say Danny,
no.
but did you die?
No, nobody died. That I know.
Anyways, you can cut out my stupid story.
I put dance-a-thong.
Thong, 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 thong.
But these dance-a-thons, or they were sometimes called walk-a-thons, were really popular for some reason. These people were really into fun and also torture.
I mean, two things can be true.
They were also lovingly referred to as bunion derbies or callus carnivals. Like, why would you want to do that? Why? Just why? Fucking bunion derby.
That's not okay. I am not okay.
But Lotus Isle would be hit with tragedy once again.
I mean, that seems...
You saw it coming. She's psychic, everybody.
Seemed plausible. Maybe even probable.
Mm-hmm. A year after the first traumatic events, the beloved Peacock Ballroom caught fire and was completely destroyed.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We never have the candles lit when we're recording.
Oh.
And I lit one before we started. I lit these two for your tarot.
Well, it's interesting too, because like your story had a fire element to it too that we recorded today that everyone heard last week, didn't it? There was something about a fire, right? The
oh my
fire
God.
alarms.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
fire alarms. And then also he lit a fucking car on fire.
Right.
Doy.
Yes. And you
Jesus.
told me a story about
Yes. The college dorm rooms.
yeah.
Ah.
Yikes. That's not the only similarity to last week's episode.
Great.
Because about halfway through Caitlin's story, my face just like went blank and I had this sudden realization of like some commonalities with our stories. And we'll get there. We'll get there. But let's talk about the ballroom really quickly first.
Right. Okay.
I didn't see anything indicating that there was anyone who passed away in the building, but it sure killed the spirit of the park.
Shiza. Yeah. I mean, that'll do it.
Yeah. And it seemed like such a beautiful ballroom too, and huge, like 6,600 people. I feel like that's big.
Whoa.
I said it in the beginning, but just in case, like, yeah.
That's huge.
It is.
That's what she said.
There's some suspicion that this was arson for insurance money or could have been directed at Mr. Painter, Mr. Al Painter, the sus guy. But am I the only one who is like, hello, was it not the fucking electric chicken wire? Like,
I mean,
mystery solved. You're welcome.
sometimes there's so many suspects. It makes it hard to... You know?
And I don't really know if the chicken wire was still there. I don't know how long that was around, but if it was, like, I'm pretty sure that's the culprit.
I feel like that seems reasonable.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. Call me crazy.
An electric chicken wire, I can't.
Yeah, I think that's why we have code inspections now.
Yeah. Strangely, from 1916 to 1926, the Lotus Isle was the site of yet another amusement park. It was called Columbia Beach Amusement Park, and it was also a pretty poppin' place until a fire destroyed their dance pavilion.
What? Okay.
Like, what the fuck is this Footloose? Like, no dancing allowed on the island. Like, what's happening?
It's so funny. That's so funny.
So, good old Al also made a rather large purchase while he was at the amusement park. One of the attractions boasted at the park was exotic animals.
No.
So he went all the balls to all the walls and he got the biggest animal he could.
Jesus. From the window.
Yep. To the wall.
To the wall.
Swinging my elephant trunk because he got a fucking elephant, you guys.
What in the actual fuck?
He bought a whole ass elephant.
Okay, well, I mean, I would prefer that. Please don't buy half an elephant.
Well, you know.
Oh, no.
Coming in at 12 feet tall, 20,000 pounds is Tusco.
That is so dumb. Tusco?
I think it's cute because he's got
Tusco.
tusks. He's Tusco. I love the name.
Okay.
I was
well,
a fan.
You stand alone on that.
But he must have gotten the deal of the decade on the pachyderm because Tusco was somewhat unruly.
You don't say.
He was. And frankly, rightfully so.
Oh, shit. Well, they never forget.
Exactly. Not that I think people deserve to be hurt or property to be damaged, but
I mean,
that's what y'all get for treating this smart, majestic, fucking huge, wild animal like shit.
Yeah. Fuck around with an elephant and find the fuck out.
Proof.
Find the trunk out.
They all found out. We all find the trunk out. That's it. We're done. So Tusco used to belong to a circus, and I don't know if anyone has ever seen or read Water for Elephants, but it was basically that.
Wait, I totally blacked out for a second.
Have you seen Water for Elephants?
I don't think so.
It has Edward Cullen in it and Sweet Home Alabama. What's her name?
Reese?
Yeah, Reese Witherspoon and Edward Cullen.
I don't think I've seen that.
It's so good, but it's so sad because they fucking beat the elephants.
Oh, yeah. No, that's why I was saying earlier. I was like, don't ride elephants because the elephants that you can ride are not living a life that.
It's so sad.
Yeah. Anyways, oh my God.
Hopefully everyone will get that. And if they don't, they can fucking watch it because it's so good. So in case anyone doesn't know, just very briefly, they pretty much abuse the animals to do what they want.
Yeah, that's why they say don't go to, especially internationally, because there aren't the same animal rights protections. Don't go to places that let you hold tigers. Don't go to places where you can ride elephants because typically they're not treated well.
No, because they're so smart and they think that the only way to get them to do what they want is to beat them because they know they're going to get beat. Like, it's just awful.
Oh, I hate
it so much. And unfortunately, Tusco's handlers utilize beating as a method of trying to get the animal to perform. And Tusco was fed up and possibly intoxicated because they apparently would give the poor animal booze to
make him pliable.
Well, it was like as a medical treatment to help his ailments or something. That's what they said. But I mean, it possibly could have been to make him more calm. But it didn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it. A drunk elephant sounds like not great.
No, it's not.
Oh boy.
It doesn't go great. So he throws one of his handlers across the room and escapes. And he causes mayhem in the town of Sedro-Woolley, Washington. Which we've heard of.
Yes.
Yeah. Which we've heard of in the Northern State Hospital episode.
Mm-hmm.
Quick shout out to Haunts, Graves, and Omens.
Ooh.
Yeah, because they did an episode on the Northern State Mental Hospital.
Oh.
Yeah, a while ago. And if I would have known in the episode, I would have said something. But, I jump around. I'm late to the game.
Yeah.
And I just listened to it the other day.
Love it.
It was really cool, too, because Fred has actually been there. So they have a little bit of a unique perspective.
Eek.
And they were like, let's go on a pod trip.
No.
And I said, I'm down. Caitlin, not 100%.
That's not factually accurate. I am 100% not going.
Oh, come on. It's not that haunted.
Can you hear what I'm doing with my eyes to Cassie right now?
Slow blinking at me.
A little bit of side eye in there.
You don't even remember the episode we did.
I do.
Wonder what time, do you remember the dates for that one? I'm I wonder what the timing
Yeah, we're going to have
was,
to see if there's any overlap.
Yeah, I wonder. Oh, let's have the audience figure it out and let us know. That's too much work.
Perfect. Yeah, that sounds great. Listen, we already did the hard part. We brought you both of these episodes.
Yeah.
So just cross-reference it for us. Okay?
Yeah. Did Tusco trample the streets of Sedro-Woolley while The hospital was there. That's all I want to know.
Yeah.
Apparently, Tusco's behavior wasn't any better at Lotus Isle. Imagine that. Because Al tries to give him to the Portland Zoo.
Oh, great.
But they were like, nah, we heard about him.
Yeah.
We don't want him here.
We're not about that crazy drunk rage elephant life.
Exactly. And I feel like they were probably more equipped to take care of Tusco properly than Al.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they didn't want to take the risk, which is understandable.
Yeah. That's scary.
Because Tusco did have another incident.
Huh.
This time, an air show set off Tusco's shenanigans through Lotus Isle.
Oh.
He got spooked when a plane flew too close, and he caused immeasurable damage to the park.
Well, I mean, that serves him right, honestly.
It does.
Like,
it's also kind of funny because he let out a bunch of other caged animals.
oh.
So there was like monkeys in the trees, and it was crazy.
Tusco is literally wilding out.
He is. They finally had to call in the National Guard to help get the scared animal under control.
Oh, no. No.
They didn't shoot him.
Okay.
They didn't hurt Tusco. Well,
All right.
they didn't kill Tusco. I don't know what they did to get him under control.
I'm sure they tranked him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After this, Al was out. He skipped out on paying some of the dance-a-thoners. He skipped out on paying a bunch of the dance-a-thoners, and I'm sure was into all kinds of other deep shit that we don't know about. And wouldn't you know it, he didn't take his damn elephant with him.
Yeah, I mean they're tough to travel with.
I heard. Yeah.
Not exactly gonna fit in your carry-on.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
The owners of Lotus Isle had plenty to deal with now and ended up abandoning Tusco at the Oregon State Fair.
Wait, what?
So they took him to the fair to like show him off. And I guess they didn't make enough money on him to pay the state fair, something along those lines. So they just were like, keep Tusco, then we can't afford to pay you.
Oh my God.
Yeah. They tried to auction him off, but no one wanted him.
Y'all are trash.
He became Tusco, the unwanted. And does this ring a bell for anything that we talked about in your episode? About Mr. Ew.
Ew.
No one wanted him. He was tossed around from home to home, here and there, kind of like Tusco.
Yeah, except we feel bad for Tusco.
We do feel bad for Tusco because he is an animal and he was an abused animal. He can't think like a human.
Yeah, and he can't control his destiny.
We definitely feel bad for Tusco and not for Ew, but it's like, it's crazy the similarities.
Wow.
He was wilding out. Ew was wilding out.
I mean,
You
very
said it
different.
several times.
Yeah. Listen, I've recently become familiar with the phrase "wildin' out."
She uses it all the time now.
And I do quite like it.
Yeah, I thought that was crazy.
My God.
He was kept in a warehouse in downtown Portland for a short time, and he changed handlers so many times and was abandoned. And I just feel so bad. It just breaks my heart for this poor guy. It's so sad. Like, no elephant should be kept in a fucking warehouse.
In a warehouse.
Yeah, and he had an incident in the warehouse too where he almost broke out. He almost went through downtown Portland on another rampage.
Okay, well, I mean, that's not ideal, but I would pay money to see that.
It would be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want anybody to get hurt.
Yeah.
Mostly Tusco.
I just want to see an elephant like just bopping around town, you know?
I just want to see what he's up to.
Yeah.
You know? What's good, my dude?
You know, getting his little trunk and the little, fountains.
Yeah.
He finally ended up in a Seattle zoo, but in 1933, Tusco passed away at the age of 43 years old.
In 1933?
Mhm.
1933 is when Edward Edwards was born.
Oh, weird. Interesting. Oh my God. Is he the fucking
That's-
reincarnation of Tusco?
I mean,
I am dying right now.
that's a little menacing. You said 1933, and I'm like,
That is
like-
so weird.
when though?
Hey man, it's possible. I'm not putting it out of the realm of possibility.
Yikes.
Whew, weird thought. Okay.
Tusco looking for a new host.
A new meat suit.
Ah.
So he passed away due to what the zoo claims was deep vein thrombosis, and I have no fucking clue what that is.
I mean, I don't know that I understand enough about it to like explain it, but yeah, that's not awesome.
But apparently it could have just been a cover story for euthanasia
Yeah.
because they couldn't afford to feed the larger than life animal. And that was a well-known problem.
At a fucking zoo?
Yeah. I mean, they didn't, I don't think they wanted Tusco.
Well,
I think
mean,
he just kind of ended up there because it was the safest place
that's
for
probably,
him to be.
Yeah,
but
that's probably true.
They realized they couldn't feed him.
You're a fucking zoo. You didn't want him. Then don't be a zoo, you
Yeah.
dickalopes.
Elephants eat a lot. I don't know if you
I
guys know,
mean,
but they're really big.
Yeah. It's when there's a blood clot in a deep vein. So like if you
Oh.
look like this one's like all the way down like in your calf.
Okay.
And it's usually in the legs. It's a condition that the reason it's serious is because the blood clots can actually loosen from elsewhere in your body and lodge into your lungs.
And I don't want to say definitely that, they euthanized him. I just think it's a strong possibility.
Yeah.
But either way, I'm sure the afterlife is treating Tusco so much better than his earth life.
For God's sake, let's hope so.
R.I.P. Tusco. His bones were actually donated to the University of Oregon Museum of Natural and Cultural History.
Really?
Yeah, which is pretty cool. Tusco lives on.
Do you know what kind of elephant he was?
The elephant kind? A normal
Asian,
one?
African.
I don't think they said in this.
Huh.
There's not a lot of. No one knows about this. Like
He was
there's.
43 years old?
Yeah.
That's really young.
Yeah.
That's really young. Even
it's
for.
not-
So Asian elephants live to like average lifespan is like 48. And African, whether they're bush or forest elephants, live to 60 or 70. Like they have the lifespans of people.
He might have been an Asian one. Does it have like size?
Let's see.
They claimed he was 20,000 pounds, but I don't know. I didn't go into that.
Yeah, it's hard to know. Asian elephants are smaller, 6 to 12 feet.
Because he was 12 feet, they said. But they also said that he was the biggest elephant in captivity, but he definitely wasn't. They were just kind of like trying to get people to
just
buy
like,
him.
They're just like, people don't have the internet. They'll
Yeah,
never
exactly.
fact check this.
Also, like, please take Tusco. He's the biggest elephant in the world.
African elephants are bigger. Oh, this is interesting because the one that I looked up said like 6 to 12 feet tall for Asian elephants. But this blog says African elephants are 10 to 12 feet tall and weigh 8 to 12,000 pounds.
Huh.
Asian elephants are 7 to 10 feet tall and weigh 6 to 11,000 pounds.
So I feel like there was some embellishment on the size of
Could
Tusco.
be. You know, you wouldn't be the first guy to do so.
Yeah. Anyway, after roughly 2 years of business.
Business. Because we've been getting down to business.
After roughly 2 years of business, they tried to rebuild and repair the damage from the elephant and the fire, but the Great Lotus Isle was bankrupt.
Well, good, because they shouldn't get to reopen the park if
Yeah.
Tesco isn't there.
I feel like
Actually, go fuck yourself.
yeah, I feel like you're done here. There were a few other people associated with the amusement park that faced unfortunate circumstances in their lives, and I'm not going to dive into it because it's kind of a lot.
It's Tesco's party, okay?
Also,
And
it's about Tesco.
He is crying and be fine with it.
But it does seem like they face some unusual hardships in their lives. Not everybody, but there were a few interesting incidences that happened.
Okay.
Is it incidences? Or incidents? Either way.
Fate chose them
Yes.
for, shit luck.
Mm-hmm. Which
Shouldn't fuck around with elephants.
don't fuck around, man.
I mean, elephants can be lucky. You play your cards, right?
Right. We're going for that today. Which begs the question, is Lotus Isle cursed?
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
We'll never know.
We will never know.
Goodbye.
There is a city park where Lotus Isle once stood. Nothing is left except the sparse remains of a streetcar trestle that once crossed the Columbia River.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say the, electrified chicken wire.
The electrified chicken wire is still there.
Yeah, they left that.
Yeah.
And still plugged in.
Yeah, but that's all you can see is those just little pillars sticking out of the water. There's no actual bridge anymore. And that's it.
That is haunting.
Yeah, there is a park there. So there's a play structure there. There's a sign that says Lotus Isle Park.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds horrifying.
I don't think it. Why is it horrifying?
I don't know, because it's probably cursed. And now they're like,
Hmm.
have fun, children.
That's true.
For now.
That's true. Don't go near the water. That's for sure.
Ah. Eek. I just want to go and do more research about elephants.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll do the tarot first.
Yeah, let's do the tarot first. Let's
Okay.
show off our little altar that we have set up today.
Yeah.
It's very unique today.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little different.
Tarot?
Tarot.
Yeah.
Cassie,
Caitlin,
do you know what I really want?
what?
A thirsty bitch sticker.
Me too. Where do I get that?
Nightshade Botanicals.
Nightshade Botanicals. That sounds like they have plants.
They do. Yeah, but this one, you see, I can't kill. But
For people that actually have a green thumb like me.
Nightshade Botanicals is located at 6105B Roosevelt Way Northeast in Seattle.
Ooh, right here in the PNW.
The Emerald City, baby.
They have a repotting service. They have a houseplant consultation and plant diagnosis service.
I need the bundle.
You specifically.
If you're not currently in Seattle, which, sorry about it, go to nightshadebotanicalsshop.com.
They have a category called Gothy plants, and I am obsessed.
I need it.
Get me off this website right now. If you guys can't see, I brought a whole elephant.
Yeah, you did.
We also have this very special deck of cards that is a Beatles deck of cards.
Beatles, like,
The Beatles. The Beatles, Caitlin.
as in 26 number one hits, or like the bug.
She's pulling out the stats. Did they really have 26?
I believe so.
Huh.
You'd have to Googly to fact check me. All right. You know what? No, now I have to.
Oh,
All right.
she's fact checking herself. I'll shuffle the cards while she does that. I love the Beatles, but I don't know stats. This deck of cards I actually got from the Cirque du Soleil Love show in Vegas, which was amazing, by the way.
20.
You were wrong. There was probably 6 that should have been number 1, I'm sure.
Damn it. Oh, man. They're just ahead of Mariah Carey.
Just ahead of Mariah.
As of 2020.
Should we do some tarot?
Yeah. That's why we're here.
Yeah, and we're going to do
Okay.
it with a regular deck of cards again. I want you to like touch these or shuffle these or do something before I
Souffle.
pick a card.
I
Think about
definitely-
Tusco.
I definitely handled these before.
Yes. Okay. I want to see you handle them.
Oh, boy.
Okay. So I don't know why, like, I'm thinking I want to pull a card for Tusco, but like, it's the whole Lotus Isle is the whole episode.
Like, it's kind of his thing.
Yeah. So we'll see what we get. We got the 3 of Swords, which is interesting.
Okay.
The 3 of Swords is that card with the 3 swords in the heart, right? I feel like it
pretty
is.
sure
yeah.
it is. Yeah. Okay. All right. 3 of Swords. Keywords are suffering, heartache, regret, grieving, sorrow, and loss. And I have to go.
Yeah.
It turns out I have to leave. I forgot I had a thing. And goodbye.
That's sad.
Just looking at this heart with 3 swords piercing it is painful. One of the saddest cards in the tarot, it symbolizes deep emotional pain, heartbreak, and a real or perceived tragedy.
A few of them. Little
Okay.
Ronald.
You may not manage to avoid the suffering indicated by the 3 of Swords. However, the card advises separating true grief from self-pity, which is interesting.
That's interesting because I don't know, it made me think of like Edwin and, you know, the suicide and Edwin
Okay.
Platt. I think that
Yes.
sounds right. Yeah. Edwin
think
Platt,
so.
The man who possibly committed or died by suicide, possibly was murdered. We don't know.
The upright 3 signifies separation, severing a connection to something or someone you love. You feel isolated and cut off from something you found meaningful.
Like an island.
A way of life, your home and family, a philosophy, pursuit, or job. Something in your life has died, usually because it has lost its meaning or run its course, and you need to let it go.
Wow. That was kind of like what I said at the end about the dance hall burning and like, you know, the vibe was killed.
Ugh. There's an extra excerpt. The soul is a diamond in the rough, which must abide the blows inflicted by suffering in order to shine in all its brilliance.
Tusco.
In a reading about money, the upright 3 represents losses due to relying on your rational mind or your emotions alone. You need to use both to avoid problems. Sometimes it suggests someone you trusted has withdrawn support or you're grieving the loss of better times. Literally, the investor cut bait and like made a run for it.
Oh no, that
and
wasn't
left him.
the investor was the one who passed away from the gunshot.
Oh, right. But
He was like their promoter,
but like the person that,
yeah.
yeah.
He totally did.
Ugh.
That's crazy.
If the reading is about your work, this card can mean losing a job you loved. Or you feel isolated and unhappy in your job. Maybe you regret an unwise business decision. Or you're thwarted unable to do the work you enjoy.
I feel like the moral of the story is don't try to run a scam. Like, you're going to get fucked.
Oh my God. Try to see this as a sign. It's time for a change. In a reading about love, the upright 3 can represent a split with a partner or at least a sense of separation and despair. If the relationship is worth salvaging, heal the gap with compassion and understanding. In some cases, this card says it's time to move on.
No. Wow. It's crazy. Like, this place was only open 2 years, and all of the stuff that happened in those 2 years.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. It has to be cursed. Like, what
Wow.
What other thing could it be?
And Tesco died in 1933,
Mm-hmm.
the 3 of Swords.
Oh.
Same year that
Yeah. And they
Edward-
opened in 1930.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So parallel, maybe a reincarnated elephant with my case. And
Yikes.
then we get the 3 of Swords, which...
Interesting.
Ooh.
So I also brought this crystal because it's new and it kind of like was a fun, cool thing. It's a ruby. What did you call it? A
Zoisite?
zoisite. I couldn't.
I don't know
it.
if that's how you say it, but
It's an interesting word,
yeah.
but it has a very positive, almost playful energy. It can
Oh.
help soothe emotional pain associated with grief, anger, and despair. It is a particularly helpful stone for anyone who is grieving death of a loved one or fearing their own life. Ooh.
Oh.
It helps us to understand that death is merely another change and perhaps can even be seen as a big new adventure, a new big adventure. It
Okay.
encourages us to stay heart-centered, hopeful, and peaceful.
Oh.
Tusco's on a big adventure, you guys.
He better be. Oh.
He's just like running through grass and like mud and...
Just a little reminder, the $1 tier of Patreon is open now for a limited time.
Limited time means it will end. It will end. So get in there while you can.
We will close it back up again. You will still be able to keep the $1 Patreon tier
Oh, okay.
once we close it. So just in case there was any confusion last week from that.
Yeah, that's good to know. That's a good thing to point out.
Yeah,
You're like grandfathered in, basically.
exactly. And then you will get your little complimentary tarot reading in your welcome card. So I don't know.
Like, why wouldn't you do it?
I'm not really sure. I'm struggling to come up with a reason.
Also, make sure to give us your address
Oh, yeah.
so we can personally deliver. No, I'm just kidding. We're just sending them through the mail. But
Yeah. To be clear, you will not receive the tarot card in any form if you don't provide your address.
Yeah.
That's
kind of need that. That's important.
it's critical, as it turns out.
Have
a creepy ass day. See you next Tuesday.
Unless you're Al and you pieced out of town.
Yeah, I mean, it's a thing
Bye.
you could do. So for all of you that are listening, if you have any true crime or paranormal stories that you want us to share, maybe with the whole Pacific Northwest.
Yes, we would love to read them on the pod.
Yes, we will read them out loud.
Not just in our heads.
Yes. They don't have to be from the Pacific Northwest if you would like to share. Email us at pnwhauntsandhomicides@gmail.com. It's all spelled out, no special characters. Super duper easy peasy.
Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Same thing as the email at PNW Haunts and Homicides, all spelled out, no special characters. Please also rate and review us on whatever platform you're listening to, and check out our stories on social media because our meme game is hot.
Agreed.
And if you agree, like Caitlin, you can also find us on Patreon and support the show.
Bitchin'. Well, up until this point, I was getting like White Lotus vibes.
What's that?
Oh my God, you haven't been watching White Lotus?
No.
You have to watch it immediately.
Is it about an amusement park?
No, but it's about like different tourist destinations.
Oh.
And it's like some of the characters follow from one season to the next. But like, I don't like, it's hard to describe, but it's kind of like all of these crazy happenings just keep going on at these different resorts all over the world.
Huh.
There's 2 seasons now. And Chris and I both were like,
Is it real? Like a documentary, or is it like made up?
No, it's made up.
Okay.
Aubrey Plaza was in the second one. And Stifler's mom is in both seasons.
Oh, I like her.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's why I sent that one where they turned her into all the different animals on Instagram. Yeah, that's why she's been all over the place recently.
Well,
she's in it. Yeah,
I don't know anything.
I know. White Lotus. White Lotus.
If you're a frequent P&W Haunts and Homicides listener, you probably already know we're Birdie ambassadors.
We wanted to take a quick moment to tell you a little bit more about this awesome product.
Birdie is the modern personal safety alarm made for women by women.
In a situation where you feel threatened or unsafe, you can simply activate Birdie's loud siren and flashing light to create a diversion.
Birdie is perfect to carry anytime because the device is lightweight and comes in a variety of colors.
So important. Use our ambassador link and coupon code P&W Haunts and Homicides to receive 10% off your purchase. Like our social media handles, the coupon code is all spelled out, no special characters.
You can find the link and promo code in our show notes or P&W Haunts and Homicides link tree. Have a safe ass day.